Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Local Pundit. I'm Josh Anthony. This is your Wrexham News and Update show for Wednesday, December 20th. We are hurtling through December, coming up on Christmas and the New Year's. So we got a lot to get into. As you can see, not in the normal spot. I call it a studio, not really a studio, in the normal house. We're in Palm Desert. So, yeah, we're going to be doing it from here this week and probably for the next 3 games, actually. But the lighting sucks. That is a very, very red Christmas tree. And that I did bring the jersey. So we got a little bit of red in here. All right. So that's great. But let's get into it. As you can see on the thumbnail, it says next man up. And that's the mentality I think we need to have going into these next round of games without our central defensive midfielder, Gio, who got sent off, unfortunately. We'll talk about that. Going to talk about Sean Harvey, a transfer blow, and some ticket news, and then a little cop update. So we're going to dive right into it. I want to dive right into the cop update real quick. So there was the posting from Wrexham's Twitter or X account, whatever you want to call it these days, and on their site they said the cop updates can confirm the good progress is being made with the license application for the temporary stand. And opening on Saturday remains a realistic target, although there are still some hurdles to clear. If we're able to finalize everything, tickets for the game will be made available Friday morning to members only. The stand will be used 80% capacity for the first game, and that is this weekend against Newport County at the start of our run of games, 23rd, 26th, 29th, 1st, and the 6th. And it's a battle. But so that is the update on the cop stand. Does it sound like it's going to get off the ground? Probably. It looks great. I've only seen pictures. I'm not there, but obviously they got to go through the proper things through the town and everything to make it secure and safety first for everything. And it is what it is. So that is a little bit of a cop update. Pictures look great. But let's see how this actually pays out. Again, so let's talk about Sean Harvey. There was something went out yesterday. As you know, he's been on the show, been a part of the Wrexham AFC community, working with Rob and Ryan. There's an update for him. He is now a director at Wrexham. Originally supposed to be a 6-week job, but it has turned into a 3.5-year job. But he has stepped up from his special advisor role, and now he is going to be working directly with Rob and Ryan and Humphrey Kerr. So, yeah, he's had a little bit of a controversial past that I don't know too much about. I'm just reading here. These are just facts that I read and double checked. So Harvey has been promoted from his role as a special advisor to the Hollywood duo. Hate that line. Despite having been a chief executive for both Bradford and Leeds with clubs who went into administration. He's 53 years old. He's played a prominent role so far with the Wrexham, doing very well. So he's been promoted, I guess you could say. So good on him. And hopefully we can lead to new things and we can continue on with this League 2 campaign and push up to League 1. So happy about that. Sorry, just a little sip of coffee because it is 7:43 in the morning and we're still waking up. A little bit of injury news and updates. So we're going to walk through some of these updates on injuries. Some good news, some really good news. I think that's it's happening, I think, at the appropriate time. We're getting people back. Don't want to rush anyone back, obviously. But let's start with Okonkwo. Pictures out yesterday of Okonkwo at the racecourse ground, which is great. And happy to see him back. He's had minor surgery. He was, like I said, he was pictured, had minor surgery, and looks like he's been doing some non-contact drills, which is great to see. So the 21-year-old or 22-year-old will be out there practicing. Don't think he'll be back between the sticks. AO is, got to make sure his jaw is right. Still owned by Arsenal. They say he's going to be wearing a mask and used to that. So I'd anticipate this weekend that against Newport County that Mark Howard will still be in between the sticks. And he's done a great job. So, but that's one on Okonkwo. AO will be back soon, just not probably this weekend. And it's good to see him back with the team. Second one, Ryan Barnett and Stephen Fletcher have trained with the squad this weekend. We got some of this information from the Live Leader. It's an independent website, sports website in Wrexham. So credit to Live Leader for getting this information. Ryan Barnett and Stephen Fletcher have trained with the main squad this week. That's good. That's good to hear. You cover on that right side with Barnett and also with Stephen Fletcher up front, considering you never know what can happen with Mulls, Dalby, and Palmer and Bickerstaff, as well. But love to have him back. I thought he made a great impact. Stephen Fletcher, that is, when he was playing for the side. I really enjoy him. I think he's really great in this league. Sorry, it's like I said, we're working without a net here. Trying to make a decent studio that doesn't look awful, even though it's pretty busy. But all right, that said, that's the Ryan Barnett and Stephen Fletcher situations. They have trained with the main squad this week. That's great. Love to see Ryan Barnett back. Unfortunately for him, I thought he went down with that injury. Great player. I really like him going up and down that right side. Aaron Hayden has a slight problem, isn't far off in return, which is good. We want to see him back. I think he's really great at that back line for cover. And we're going to need it. And as we talk about the next man up coming into play, and as you can see on the thumbnail, there's a couple people missing there. I only have 2 players that I really think can step up in that midfield. But that aside, Aaron Hayden has a slight problem. He should be back soon enough. Probably not this weekend. Maybe he's on the bench. Egan O'Connell did come back, so we saw him. And that's a big deal. So, all right, that's a quick injury update. But Parkinson did say some things in regards, and this kind of leads into the next thing with the next man up mentality and what needs to happen. And the main topic of this show. Parkinson said, obviously Gio was sent off on the weekend. Quoting Tom O'Connor complained in the middle. We have got Luke Young, so we have got a lot of options in there, meaning the midfield. I'm really disappointed for George, but equally it's an opportunity for someone else to step in. You've got players who are eager to take their chance. Okay, so that's Parkinson, and that's Parkinson's quote about what's going to happen, what they might do in the midfield. Here's the thing: I want to keep Tom O'Connor in the back. I don't want to put him in midfield. We have Andy Cannon, who played really well when Gio went off on the weekend. Against Colchester. He dropped back, played that CDM role, and I thought he played it really well. Normally, Andy Cannon is running about, but he was able to settle in. I think him and James Jones can be those key players that can step up in that midfield. I do not want to lose Tom O'Connor and move him forward. I think he plays really well at the back for a guy who's not very, very tall. He gets a lot of headers. He's good on the ball, and it allows Tozer to sit back, and he can push forward a little bit. And if it's Egan O'Connell and or Hayden sitting there in that back 3, I think it's good. So I'd like to keep Tom O'Connor in the back, which is why he's not on the thumbnail. It's James Jones and it's Andy Cannon. If we can cover those 2 and maybe get Luke Young in there a little bit as Parkinson mentioned there, I think it's a good idea. But for me, it's those 2 players that need to step up. And one thing that we talk about, our passing in the midfield gets a bit sloppy at times, and we get not overrun, but we're doing mostly attack. We're not sitting back and attacking. We do, because we are aggressive, we do press forward. But when we're getting penned in, and we break, our passing is not that great. And I think that if we can get someone to step on the ball, George Evans does this really well. Shockingly, I think our percentage in the last game was like 33% or something like that. If we can get someone on the ball, James Jones or Andy Cannon to do that, it'd be good for the side. So let's look forward to see how that can transpire going into the next few games. And then they're coming thick and fast. I mean, today is the 20th. Got a game on Saturday, and then a game on Boxing Day, and then obviously on the 29th and the first. I mean, it's just coming. So we're without Gio for this game and the weekend. The Walls. Let me check these games out here coming up. This game on the weekend. Wait, where is it? So he's gone for Newport, Swindon, and Walsall, back for Barrow. Okay, so that's big. And if we can get some of the players to step up and have that next man up mentality, we're in good shape. So looking forward to seeing who that is going to be. And those are my 2 guys that I think can handle it. Lastly, I want to talk a little bit about transfer news. It looks like there was a blow for Wrexham to not get Luke Armstrong. He's announced that Carlisle United have signed the striker from Harrogate Town. He's a striker. So what does that tell you? That we were going to sign a striker? Are we still going to sign a striker? I don't know, but obviously the transfer window has opened up. I think we can go and maybe get into the market in a couple areas if we want to push on and push forward. But yeah, Luke Armstrong is going to Carlisle United from Harrogate Town. So there's a lot happening, and it's really enjoyable to see. It's a really fun time to be a supporter at Wrexham. There was a mad scramble the other day for. I think it was the tickets for the game on the weekend, and also there was a mad scramble for tickets for the Shrewsbury Town game, which is going to be on the 6th or the 7th. So, get there. Hopefully that the new stand this weekend will get more people into the stadium. Obviously, this is a home game. This is a home game. Let's check this out. We have a home game against Newport, away Swindon, away at Walsall, and back home against Barrow. And that's going to be big. We have to keep pace. We have to get maximum points on the weekend. Barrow and Stockport are playing this weekend. I want to find out who they're playing. Bear with me. Let me check the League Two fixtures. Okay, so who are they playing this weekend? And we're going to do this weekend's fixtures look like this. Stockport are playing Notts County on the 22nd. It's a Friday game. Oh, interesting. Stockport are playing on a Friday. Barrow play on Friday as well against Crewe Alexander. Okay, and then we have to keep pace. We're playing Newport County on Saturday, and so we'll know what those results will be by obviously Friday morning, my time. So we'll know what we need to do. And now that we dropped into third place, even though we did win, Barrow are on fire, 1-6 on the bounce. Stockport on fire. They're crushing it, top of the league. But I think they have a few injuries as well. So we need to have maximum points this weekend. We will know where we stand going into Friday's match, knowing that their games are on Friday. Our game is on Saturday. We will be doing a little watch along, hopefully from right here. I'm going to go and try to get better lighting. I know the soft lighting looks great, but it's not great. It looks crappy. So, but it's never about that. It's about getting together, watching games, and supporting the channel, supporting the people that love being here. So we're happy about that. Update did get for the layout. Did speak to the gentleman who is Josh, who's going to be doing it. He's going to be sending me some test runs to see how they look later on this week. So really excited about that. We'll keep you up to date. We do also do the halftime call-in, full-time call-in. Mike and Wade have come on. Everyone is welcome. Please do get involved in the chat and like, share, subscribe, all the fun stuff. Lastly, I had one more thing to say. I don't know. Moving too fast. Lastly. Oh, yes. Going to do a preview and probably a Parkinson pregame, probably Friday, not Friday. So Parkinson pregame and a Newport County like preview as well. So that will be coming. So it's a weird week going into the holidays, but we're here and we're enjoying it. All right, that is your news show for Wednesday. Next man up. Let's do this. And on that bombshell, we will see you this week and let it rip. Thank you very much.